Hello guys, welcome to another video. This is going to be my tips and advice videos for RBG, 2v2 and 3v3 comps. Okay, so let's jump right into it. First of all, I'm going to go over RBG and what's best for that. I'd probably suggest you go in prot. No really serious RBG teams or high rated RBG teams are going to be taking arms wheels these days. You know, arms wheels are in a very difficult spot this season. They're not as good as other seasons, and most people want to use them as tanks because wheels are the best, tanks. So what I would suggest is getting reforged, getting gemmed, getting decked out in full resilience and enchants. That's if you can't break 2.2k in arena, because if you're really struggling, you've got to find an RBG group, you've got to find an RBG team, you've got to start progressing in that if you can't progress in arena. Okay, now let's move on to 2v2. 2v2 is probably best played with a Holy Paladin, and I play with it a lot on multiple high ratings against multiple high teams. The reason for this being is because Paladins have the best, probably the best offensive and defensive cooldowns. I mean, arguably against, Shaman's an example, Shaman's has Spirit Link, but Spirit Link is really good in 3v3, and 2v2 it's not that good, it can actually cause you a lot of trouble. Disc Priests, Disc Priests have the 8-second fear, but they don't have the double dispels anymore. They're generally really weak healers, and they can be really tunneled to death, and you can't really do much about it, even if you peel for the entire game, putting lots of pressure on. The Disc Priest is gonna die because they need a lot of peels. For example, from a mage or rogue, are best played with it. Rescue Druids are probably the worst healers in this game at the moment in PvP. Purely because they can die really easy in stun locks. The only really you'd want a Rescue Druid is for Cyclone, and that's about it. Anything else that healers can do better than a Rescue Druid, and Rescue Druids can still die really easy in tree form. I've killed plenty of Rescue Druids in tree form, so not good to go with one. Double DPS is still quite viable, if you play with like a Vet Paladin or Death Knight, you can still get some okay-ish ratings, but you'll never be able to get anything decent because generally, a lot of teams will be able to get smarter as you go up, and they won't fall for the same stuff that you do. They won't make the same mistakes. They'll be able to control you a lot more and put out damage a lot better. And eventually, warriors can't reset loads of their cooldowns and abilities, so warriors just can't really play double DPS at all. Really, it's a tricky situation. So I'd probably suggest going with a Holy Paladin, and it's long games, it can be frustrating games, but it's no doubt the best comp for you to play with. Just keep practicing, keep on going, you'll get the hang of it and you'll see how good it is. Okay, now let's move on to 3v3. Now, Kitty Cleaver is probably one of the best comps at the moment, purely because it can do a lot of CC, it can do a lot of burst, and it can be quite hard to kill as well if you can peel correctly. However, warriors, are in a really dire situation. Like I said, it's really hard to win against teams like RMP and RLS, but generally most other comps you probably can win quite easily against if you play it correctly. Let's go for the Kitty Queen vs PhD scenario. You're challenging Fear the Paladin doesn't get the Hand of Sacrifice off, so he sits in the full Fear. You pop your Deadly Calm and DPS on you, Trinket on the DK. You and the fellow both hitting him some really hard. His health's dipping low, he's gonna die. If the Paladin does not Trinket, he will die, and if he does Trinket, it's a full clone. That's why the most Paladins that are in the PhD should bubble. If you don't bubble that Fear, you pretty much lost the game. And last season, I think I took a triple Gladiator from Game Sense team. We beat them 6-1, and that Paladin just never learned how to bubble the Fear. And we recognise what the Paladin should have done after a few games, and you can really score some really nice kills, and you can set up some really nice chain burst. Hope this video has been very useful for you anyways. If you have any questions or comments, or you want any clarification or advice and tips on anything else, then you can just put it in the comment box and I will get back to it as soon as possible. I am reading the comments and I am keeping up to date. That reminds me to say actually thank you for all the support and likes and comments you're doing on the video. I hope you continue to enjoy the content I'm going to put up and support this channel, and we'll grow together. Okay, thanks, and see you next time.